Young and the Restless spoilers recap Monday full update the 1st of June 2026. Welcome back to our channel. Guys, today is a beautiful day to dive right back into the absolute madness of Genoa City. And let me tell you, we have a lot of ground to cover today. Grab a coffee or whatever you need, because the drama is just off the charts right now. So let's just get straight into it. Honestly, I don't even know where to start with the absolute mess that is Jack Abbott right now. He is losing his mind, and honestly, he kind of deserves it. Jack is in a state of sheer panic because Diane is missing, just gone. And he is terrified that Patty Williams has something to do with it. Which, let's be real, is a very valid fear. Patty has a history of doing completely unhinged things. Remember when she poisoned Summer Newman years ago? Yeah, you don't just mess with Patty and expect to walk away clean. But Jack, in his infinite wisdom, thought he could manipulate her to get back at Victor. What were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? Patty is swearing up and down that Diane left on her own free will because she caught Jack in a compromising position. But Patty lies. She lies all the time. So Jack is just sitting there, sweating, wondering if his wife is dead in a ditch somewhere or if she just packed a bag and took a flight out of GC. It's just so frustrating to watch Jack make the same mistakes over and over again. He brings this stuff on himself. He really does. But okay, let's move on to the Newmans, because they are a whole different level of exhausting right now. Victor is currently doing what Victor does best, which is gaslighting his wife and demanding everyone tell him how smart he is. So Victor is negotiating with Nikki, but it's not even a negotiation. It's a demand for absolute loyalty. He is forcing Nikki to stand by his side and basically applaud him for his ruthless business choices. A few episodes ago, Victor flat out refused to trade his precious company to Phyllis to get Matt Clark back. He basically gambled with Nick's life. Nick was out there getting poisoned with fentanyl and cocaine, literally crashing his car into a cliff, and Victor was just sitting in his office protecting his assets. And now that Nick is miraculously alive and Matt is in police custody, Victor is taking a massive victory lap. He wants Nikki to just forget the fact that he was willing to let their son die for Newman Enterprises. He's telling her, look, I was right. Nick is alive, Matt is caught, and Phyllis is going to pay. So celebrate me, tell me I'm great, and Nikki is just taking it. I mean, she was disgusted before, but Victor is just wearing her down. It's so toxic. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. The man has an ego the size of a planet. He just can't let it go. He always has to be the smartest guy in the room. And speaking of Nick, let's talk about the golden boy. Nick survived the crash. He survived the overdose. You would think he would be in a hospital bed, resting, maybe going to rehab, maybe thanking his lucky stars he isn't brain dead like the doctors thought he would be. But no, Nick is hyperfixated on Matt Clark because Matt has amnesia. Or at least he claims to have amnesia. Honestly, if I suddenly forgot my own name and all the horrible things I did, I would be in a hospital. But Matt is just playing these mind games, and it is driving Nick absolutely crazy. See, Matt actually helped save Nick's life at the end of the day. And the Newmans are really struggling with what that means. How do you deal with a monster who suddenly doesn't remember being a monster and who actually did something good? Nick's brain is just short-circuiting. He wants to punch Matt. He wants to beat the living daylights out of him for what he did to Sharon, to Noah, to Sienna. But Nick is a good guy, right? So he feels bad hitting a guy who has no memory. It's not black and white anymore. The fans on social media have been screaming about this all week. Why doesn't Nick just let the cops handle it? Why does he care if Matt remembers or not? Just lock him up. But Nick needs Matt to be the villain. He needs Matt to remember being a monster so that Nick can be angry in peace. It's a very weird psychological thing. So Nick decides he needs to cure Matt's amnesia. He needs a non-violent plan to jog Matt's memory. And this brings us to the first photos of June, which just dropped. And I have to say, I am so confused but also so invested. The writers are really going all out with this weird memory recovery plot. So what is Nick's big plan? A field trip. Yes, you heard me. A field trip. The Newmans are taking Matt on a little excursion to a familiar location to try and force his brain to remember his past. When I first saw the spoilers, I thought, wait, are they flying him back to Los Angeles? Are they taking him to the original Shadow Room? Because that would be insane. You don't just put a dangerous criminal on the Newman private jet and fly him across the country for a memory test. But looking at the photos, it makes way more sense. It has to be Noah's new club right here in Genoa City. Noah has apparently recreated the exact vibe and atmosphere of the Shadow Room. He built a replica, so they drag Matt to this club. The scene looks so tense. The photos show Matt standing behind the bar. Just standing there, looking around, and watching him. Like hawks are Nick, Sharon, Noah, and Sienna. Wait, let me back up. Sienna Bacall is there. This is the part that is making my brain hurt. Sienna is the one who stalked Phyllis to the basement. Sienna is the one who brutally attacked Phyllis to rescue Matt because she is fiercely, violently loyal to him. And oh yeah, Sienna is the drug dealer. She is the one who sold the drugs to Nick that almost killed him. Victoria already figured this out. So why on earth is Sienna just casually hanging out with Nick, Sharon, and Noah, watching Matt behind the bar? Is she a prisoner too? Are they using her to trigger Matt? Or do the Newmans somehow not know she's the dealer yet? It just doesn't make any sense to me why they would do. I mean, maybe Nick's brain is still fried from the drugs. But having the woman who supplied the poison standing right next to you while you try to cure the amnesia of the guy who orchestrated the whole thing, it's wild. It is just wild. But let's look at the actual scene. They put Matt behind the bar. They are hoping the sensory details, the lights, the layout, the smell of the place will just snap his brain back into reality. Nick is just glaring at him, practically vibrating with anger. He just wants Matt to look up, give that smug little smile, and say he remembers. Because the second Matt remembers, Nick is going to lay him out. At the end of Friday's episode, Nick was literally clenching his fists, so ready to just punch the guy, but he held back. Sharon is there, probably terrified but trying to be supportive. She went through hell in Vegas, chained up at that gas station, watching Nick almost die. And Noah is there, bleeding and bruised from his own physical fight with Matt a few days ago. Noah hates Matt just as much as Nick does. They are all just staring at him. Will it work? Honestly, amnesia storylines in soaps are so hit or miss. Sometimes they drag on for 6 months. And sometimes the character gets hit on the head with a frying pan and remembers everything the next day. I kind of hope Matt is faking it. Actually, I'm almost positive he's faking it. Matt is a calculating psychopath. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that playing the confused, innocent amnesiac tortures Nick more than anything else. It's a power play. Matt is controlling the narrative even while he's the one being paraded around on a field trip. And another thing, where is Adam in all of this? Adam was the one who was desperate to save Nick. Adam was the one who found him. Now Nick is running the show and Adam is nowhere to be seen in these club photos. It's like the writers just swap characters in and out depending on the day. Mildly annoying, but whatever. So here we are. June is starting off with a bang. Jack is having a meltdown over Diane. Victor is forcing Nikki to worship him. And Nick has turned into a makeshift therapist trying to cure a psychopath's amnesia just so he can beat him up. It's messy, it's chaotic, and I'm honestly a bit tired just talking about it. But I can't look away. I really can't. What do you guys think? Is Matt faking it? Will Noah's club trigger his memories? And seriously, what is the deal with Sienna being there? Let me know in the comments because I need to know I'm not the only one losing my mind over this show right now.